So the festive season is upon us, and usually this means people are upgrading their phones, or at least getting some sort of new smartphone. And it being the festive season, there are deals to be had pretty much everywhere, especially in the budget category. Only trouble is there's so many options out there. Which one do you actually buy? Well, in this video, we'll be looking at some of the budget options currently available in market, their prices, and which ones you should get. When I say budget, I mean starting from 300,000 going upwards. Anything below that, I really wouldn't recommend you buy that device at all. With that out of the way, let's start with the under 400,000 category. Here, there are not so many good options, but there are a couple, and that's the Tecno Pop 7 and the Samsung A04e. The Tecno comes in slightly under 400,000 at 395k, and the Samsung is at 372k. Between these two, I take the Samsung simply because it has better cameras and more RAM, despite being a few months older than the Tecno. Right, moving on to the next category, the under 500k. Here's where you'll find the most options. So there's a few of them to go through, starting with the Nokia C12. This one comes in at 470,000. The Nokia C32 comes in at 451,000. And out of the two Nokias, this is the one I'd pick, the C32. Next up, we have the Tecno Pop 8 at 495k, so just under 500. We have the Infinix Smart 7 Plus, the Infinix Smart 7 HD coming in at 490 and 420k respectively, and you have the Infinix Hot 12i. Out of the Infinix and Tecno bunch, the Hot 12i is what I'd pick. Finally, we have the Samsung A14. Comes in at 450k, and this is the one I'd actually pick over the bunch. It comes with Type-C charging, although USB 2. It has better cameras, a better processor, and it ships with a newer OS. And in the world of Android, this actually matters. Okay, so moving on to the under 600k category. 600k isn't exactly budget anymore, but in the grand scheme of things, it still is. And there are not too many options here again, but you have a noticeable increase in quality as well. The two that you have are the Tecno Spark 10C and the Infinix Hot 30i. Both hover around the same price-ish, between 540 and 560k, and the best one to pick is the one you prefer, or the one that is cheaper at the moment, if that's how you're choosing your phones. Finally, we have the under 700k category. So at this price, we're slowly creeping into the mid-range tier, but still there isn't a lot of competition from common name brands, so the options are again a bit limited. After scouring the internet and checking out prices downtown myself, I found that the only two viable options here are the Samsung A24 and the OnePlus Nord N20. The OnePlus Nord will cost you anywhere between 650 and 700k, whereas the Samsung will cost you about 650. Now, out of these two, I'd pick the Samsung for a couple of reasons. It has a bigger battery, it has a better display. Despite having a worse camera, it makes up for it with the bigger battery in terms of efficiency. The cameras are a bit of a toss-up, but you also get to have that modern Samsung look, you know, the triple cameras on the back. So I'd pick this out of the bunch. So these are the smartphones you should buy if you're looking for one between 300,000 and 700,000. Now you may be wondering why I haven't mentioned the more popular ones, and that's because they all reside in the mid-range category. So let me know if you want a video on which smartphone you should buy in the mid-range category. You'll find links to some of the smartphones I've talked about in the description below. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, consider subscribing, and I will see you in the next one.